Good morning, everyone. All right, let's do a bit of programming and let's just start from basic principles. And I'm going to make these videos short, maybe about 15 minutes, so that we can quickly look at the key essentials of the language. And then I will provide some worksheets and well, with the hope that you will be able to get a bit of practice. And after that, you'll get your assessment pieces. As you know, things still have to go on. So we're just trying to see how we can make the best of the situation. So let's jump into things. I want to quickly look at the concept of a main program in Python. We have not been doing that as yet, but it's going to become important, especially as you begin to build larger programs. So whenever you want to create a main program, you need to set up a structure that is going to be recognized as being your main block or your main section. And to do that, we type if underscore underscore. Please note it's underscore. Name underscore underscore equal equal. Then we have our quotes. And inside the quotes, we have underscore underscore main underscore underscore. And at the end, this is going to be a block. So we put the colon. We hit enter. And then we start to type our commands. In this case, let's say Melissa cometh. Save, and then we're going to execute. And if we see the print statement, then it means that we have effectively created our main program. Here's our output. So it means that our program is running properly. Now, just based on the syntax that I have given above, you'll realize that we can have several commands that we want to associate with the main program. In our example, there is just one command so far. Now, moving onwards, we want to look at the concept of data types. And whereas we have been creating variables without an explicit data type, Python does provide us with the opportunity of indicating what the data type is going to be. And that's what I'm going to show you now. And I want you to use this method going forward so that it's easier for you to convert between Python and C++, for example. Now note, in the main, we have to ensure that our commands are indented. So I'm going to create two variables. So num1, and I want that to be an int. Please note, I have given the data types above. So these are the basic data types that we are going to work with. Integers, floats, booleans, and string. So let's say num1 is an int. Let's say that float, sorry, let me give proper names. So let's say that age is an int. Let's say that salary is going to be a float. Let's say that fees paid is going to be a boolean. And let's say that name is going to be a string. So these are the various variables, and those are the data types. Let's now just put some values inside of these variables. So for the age, let's say that the person is 32. Let's say that for the salary, it's going to be something that has some cents in it. So it's $40,150.27. Let's say fees paid, that's equal to false. And let's say that the name is equal to James Bond. So we have created some variables. And what we're now going to do is to use our formatted string to display the content of the variables. So remember, it's print f, and inside the double quotes, we now put the variables inside of the squigglies. So I'm going to display the name first. So name, and then age, and then salary, followed by fees paid. And we are now going to execute that and see what we get in terms of our output. So judging by the output, it's James Bond. That's the name of the person. It's 32 for the age. We are seeing the salary. And we're seeing that the fees paid, the value was false. All right, so let's now change this, and let's now allow the user to do the input. So we have initialized the variables, but we want the user to enter the input. So what we're going to do is to use our input command. So we know that age has to be an int. So we're going to convert to an int. We're going to use the input command so that we can get the prompt. So enter age, colon. That would store age. Let's do a similar thing for salary. So salary, that's going to be float. That's what we're converting to. Then input, enter salary. Then we do something similar for fees paid. So fees paid is going to be equal to, that's going to be bool. And for the input, enter fee status. And then we take in the name. That needs no conversion, so it's just enter name. So we're going to enter different values apart from the values that were used to initialize, and then we see how that turns out. So let's execute. It's prompting us for age. Let's say 27. All right, my editor is bad, so let's kill everything and then go back again. All right, so executing again. All right, so the code is already running, so I need to terminate the code. All right, let me just check my background. All right, so I think I should be good now. I'm opening back the program. Let me use the command line to execute. So Python, this is 01.py. All right, so there it goes, enter age. Should have cleared the screen first. So let's go again. I need to kill all of these windows. All right, so I think I should be good now. So Python 01.py, enter age. Let's say age is 27. salary 120, 750.45. Status, let's say that is true. And the name, let's use but James Bond. So looking at the output, James Bond is the name, 27 is the age. We're saying 120,750.45 as being the salary. And we are seeing here where the value is true for fees being paid. So say less. And when we have a look at what we have here, we are seeing several things. We have looked at how we create variables by making use of data types. We have shown that we can initialize these variables. And all of that was demonstrated in lines 16 to 19. We have also seen that we can get inputs from the user, and that is demonstrated in lines 22 to about lines 25. Please pay attention to the fact that the input command gets a value in the form of a string, and so those strings have to be converted into the appropriate data types. And we make use of the appropriate functions or operations to do this. So in terms of converting to an int, we use the int keyword. In terms of converting to a float, we use the float keyword. To convert to a Boolean, we use the bool keyword. So please bear that in mind. And finally, we are seeing that we can display the content of our variables by making use of our formatted print statements. Key point to bear in mind here is that we need to have the F that indicates to the print statement that we are doing a formatted print. We also need to have our quotations. And inside our quotations, each of our variable needs to be wrapped inside the squiggly brackets. So if you just have a look here, you can see our variables, they're all wrapped inside the squiggly brackets. All right, so this is what we want to cover. And this is just in terms of most of the revision so far. And in our next session, we'll have a look at conditionals, and then we'll keep going down the line to do the review and then to cover any new content that we have to cover. Remember, we're trying to keep it at about 15 minutes or less, and then you'll get your worksheets that you can work on. Please keep safe. Take care.